Because as a channel, he can speak the language of what's in my body and stuff like that. So he actually spoke in old Japanese language, and I spoke back in the old Japanese language.
So you were there as well?
Yes.
You heard your son speaking Japanese?
Yes. We were given a small room, and I brought my friend. His name is Adam. He's a channeler. We're supposed to see him and talk to him. Yeah. And when Adam spoke to my son, he spoke in Japanese, old Japanese, I cannot understand. And my son never speak Japanese. And he replied Adam in Japanese. Yeah. So we are really shocked.
Is anyone here? What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Okay, there are many incidents that happened to my family members, to my children, my wife, and myself. Okay, so my wife is a bit conservative. When I talk to her, she say, no, she doesn't want to come now today. But anyway, we will give you what we have from my son, Daryl, and also myself. But of course, the story is too long that you have to do something about it, right? Okay, regarding my son, Daryl, during army days, SBMT, he was in Tukong. He has a psych problem for the first 2 weeks in the military. So I get my elder son, Jeremy, to help to bring him out of Tekong because he was he has something like fit or a bit not right. After that, he was sent to the military hospital in Alexandria, and there was a major and one more captain, and then we sent him there because he always hear voices. He always see things or tell you things that we cannot see. During that time he was in the military, he was seeing the Professor, what's the name? Wellness? Professor Chong from Wellness in IMH. And we told him the story, and Professor Chong put him on some medication. After how long? 9 months? Is it?
Yeah.
After 9 months to 1 year, he was discharged from the Wellness under Professor Chong, and he goes back to do the normal duty. We do not know what exactly in his body, but he was not right. He was a bit of has some anger in him and depression and hearing things, seeing things. So we really do not know what happened. But so far we let the military doctor and also Wellness Professor Chong look after. Then we keep it as it is. As the years progress, after Shatec, 2011, we went to Japan. We went to Tokyo. We took a bullet train to Osaka. Osaka, we enjoy ourselves. But we went to this called Osaka Tower. Osaka Tower. Castle, sorry.
Osaka Castle.
Castle, yeah. And he went to a certain floor that he can show he put on the samurai kind of costume, like armor, wielding a samurai sword. At that moment in time when he put on this, we found that we feel it. We feel the earth shake, like earthquake, the whole tower earthquake.
That's in 2011 where the tsunami hit
Fukushima.
Yeah.
And then when we go back to hotel, that's where the things start. Japan is very expensive, so we have a 1 room, 3-person stay. And he was in the toilet for a long time. We got a knock on the door, he came out, then he looked very blur, but not angry, but very blur, very depressed. We were seeing something wrong with his facial expression, especially his eyes. He looked so like, how should I say, like killer eyes like that. Then we can't go on the plane because all the passengers were afraid of his problem, and we were brought. My wife and me and him were brought to a confined area to see the officer, whereas my daughter and the children flew off to Singapore first in the morning. According to them, they don't want us to take the plane because the Captain Singh of the Singapore airline did not depart until about half an hour talking to Singapore embassy in Singapore, and whether they should pick us up, send us back, or leave us there. So they left us there, they go off. And they want us to see the proof that the airport doctor can certify that he can fly to it, so he can take the afternoon flight. But the airport doctor do not want to take the risk. They told the Singapore embassy in the Osaka side, this lady can speak Japanese and English, to come and see us, and brought us out of Osaka to see a clinic outside of Osaka airport. And just to sedate him so that we can fly back to Singapore to see the doctor here in Singapore. He does a lot of nonsense in the airport. He went to this the paraplegic room, and he was totally naked. He lied on the floor. During the time where we were in Japan, the temperature was very, very cold, and he didn't want to open the door until the officer come and press the button to open the door and pull him out. We do not know what happened to him. What really happened? I cannot say whether spiritually he has been possessed or not at that moment in time, until we fly back to Singapore. And that night, the same night, he was still in his room. My wife was very, very afraid and said, send him to IMH. So we sent him to IMH.
So in IMH, I was like, I actually got tied down by the nurses. Then I was like speaking in tongues and all that kind of stuff, speaking in all kind of languages. One time when my dad actually called one of his friends to actually help, so he asked this guy who's a medium, who actually could summon like spirits and stuff like that to actually.
It's not medium. He's a channeler. Adam.
He's a channeler, Adam. His name's Adam. So he actually came down to visit me.
But prior to this, Adam coming to see Daryl in the IMH, he was at Chinatown office, his wife's office. I went to see him because somebody told me that someone can help me. So I went to see Adam. So when I reached his office, he told me to sit down. So before I can open my mouth, I sit down. Then he started speaking to me in Japanese. Then I said, I don't understand Japanese. Why he speak Japanese to me? Then I look at him, he was very aggressively speaking. You know how Japanese speak, very loud and strong and the kind of voice. So I was thinking, why are you talking to me in Japanese? I don't understand. Then later, a shiver from his body, he turned and then he speak to me in English. He said that this spirit is a samurai. He said, I know that you come here to ask Adam to go and see your son, to help your son. Why are you doing this? He asked me in English. Because first he speak Japanese, then Adam speak to me in English what he said. So I said, no, I just want his help lah. Then he threatened me. He said, don't you know that even you ask Jesus to come, we are not afraid of him. We got 1,000 samurai and we got geisha. My geisha is a woman. I don't know what kind of woman, geisha woman. He said, my geisha can handle your Jesus. So I never say anything around. I mean, you threaten me. So I just keep quiet. Then he, instead, after English, he go back into Japanese again. I don't know what he's talking about. Then come up from Adam's body. Then Adam talk to me. He says he want to set a time to challenge your Jesus.
Wow.
Adam said, you say next week, Wednesday, 3 o'clock. After that, we sit down for 1 second or 2 seconds. He make a call to me. He's using my wife's phone. So I saw it's my wife's phone. So I said, yeah. He said, oh, he's speaking. He said, bring your friend and you come and visit me now. Then I shut down the phone. Then Adam said, you see, the spirit know that I'm talking to you. He said he want to see us now. I said, it's okay, He's not afraid one. Adam is not afraid. He said, let's go now.
Okay, so let me get this straight, because I see goosebumps all. Wow. You went to meet Adam first.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Daryl and your mom, totally on another side of the country.
In IMH.
Had
no idea that I was with Adam.
Suddenly decided to call and say, I want to see you and your friend now.
Yes.
Wow.
We went to IMH He was in the room. He was sitting there with my wife. Then my wife stand one side. So Adam take the sofa, sit down with him. And Adam spoke to him in the very old Japanese. We cannot understand. And my son cannot speak Japanese. But he spoke to Adam in Japanese. Two of them like good friends talking. So we do not know what they are talking. My wife was shocked until she cannot even press the handphone video to video it. After finish talking, Adam told me that he asked why the spirit he wants to go into Daryl's body. The spirit say that he wants to come to Singapore, go inside his body to enjoy himself. So that's the message.
I really don't feel good. It's like
getting a
Is there anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.